So what happened? Because you didn't find bin Laden there, but you found all of his henchmen.
Yeah.
You killed him.
Yeah.
And then are you like done? Because bin Laden's still out there.
A fucking ceasefire. And someone called a ceasefire. And I would also say there's a couple helicopters flew over the battlefield, which I still to this day don't know who they were.
Oh, you think he was escaping?
I look at it this way. If the first 10 days of the war, 10 guys kill bin Laden, where's the war on terror at?
Oh, this is interesting.
The checkbook would have never got opened.
Oh, that's really interesting.
That's what I think.
So you're pretty cynical about our military-industrial complex.
I wouldn't say cynical. I enjoyed my time. I love grenades, you know what I mean? But I do think, the rug was pulled out from under us.
Well, I mean, it definitely was at the end, but are you talking about right here, right now, when you're trying to find bin Laden? You don't think that the military brass wanted you to find him? They wanted it to go on and on?
No. I think someone else intervened and put him in hiding. Someone who owned helicopters. Mm-hmm. Regular people own helicopters. Who owns helicopters? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then how come I've never heard about this anywhere else?
I don't know. No one wants to talk about this.
I know, right? See what I'm saying?
But, I mean, are you talking about, like I say, the military-industrial complex, like one of these big contractors, or are you talking about us?
I don't know. I mean, you can make your own guesses. You know what I'm saying? But I would say this is okay, where's the story between where he lived in Pakistan and Tora Bora? Where's that story also, by the way? I want to know that story.
Do we know?
I have no idea. You?
No.
You ever heard anything?
No.
We need this like these JFK files. Let's go.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You actually have a shot at it right now with this administration.
Well, there you go. You know these guys.
I got a friend over at the Pentagon.
There you go.
I mean, we can get to the bottom of that.
There you go.
Well, it's unfortunately and totally understandably, so many of our veterans are asking these questions now, including Sean. I talked to him at length about his questions about who are the good guys. And
we're not. I don't think we are at all.
You don't?
I don't think we're good friends.
Why?
I think we deal on a short timeline, a 4-year timeline. And I think everyone else has been in charge for 50 years. You know what I mean? And they've seen us flip-flop back and forth, and we pull, we push, we tug a war with the rope. It never ends out good. We're not good friends. And then as soon as you don't do what we want, we're going to chuck you under the bus and move the fuck on. You know what I mean?
Give me an example.
I don't know, tons of stuff. You know what I mean? I'm giving you an example right now. Where are these helicopters at? Where's the story of bin Laden from Abbottabad, that's where the officers are trained in Pakistan. Mm-hmm. Interesting, right? And how did he get out of Afghanistan? He's on dialysis. You mean this guy walked over 14,000-foot mountains in the snow with his little woolen blanket and his dialysis machine, but left all his people behind? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think I think George Bush said dead or alive, and I think the Pentagon was risk adverse. And I think that's where the disconnect was at that time. But I think someone else stepped in and took bin Laden into hiding.
And when we found him in 2010, I'm trying to remember my exact time. It was 2011. I was on maternity leave with my daughter.
It was an election year.
So you think that was by design?
Yeah. Yeah.
He was more
Obama.
useful. He was more useful dead.
Obama needed to get reelected. It's time.
And so allowed him to be killed.
Yeah.
So is that just your gut, having been in the Army for 20 years? Or
yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, that's the worst possible take on our commander-in-chief and what they might do. Continue a war where guys are getting killed and their limbs blown off. What, to improve so you can get the election under your belt? It's just so...
It's the way it works.
Oh my God, it's just so horrible to even consider.
I mean, it's the way it works.
Well, if I had been over there and seen my guys blown up, I think I'd be very angry if I believed this. I'd be very fucking pissed off. Are you angry?
I mean,
believing this?
Being angry wouldn't get me a cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but either you feel it or you don't. If you know.
I look at it this way. I had a great time. I did everything I could. I did as much as I could every time I could. And I always try to do the right thing. At the same time, like, I can't control everything. You know what I mean? And then, does it make me mad? Sure. Do I hate that, like, you know, the politicians disagree on something and it costs your son his life, right? Like, ridiculous, right? But at the same time, like, I was having the time of my life, so I wasn't questioning shit. You know, anytime you drink from the bottle of hindsight, everything gets clearer, you know what I mean? But at the time, like, I didn't question it. I was on to the next. Like, war was my life, you know, and I was good at it, and I saved lives. I saved a ton of lives in war. All those things combined kept me coming back to it, whether it's right, wrong, indifferent. Like, these are things that I can't control. So why even dwell on it? You know what I mean? And then you'll get stuck in there. It's muddy water. You'll get stuck. It's quicksand. You'll sink in it. Like, why this? Why that? Like, why ask why?
You haven't been through therapy. This is just your own thinking.
I don't go to therapy.
No, I assumed.
You know a therapist? Like,
I do. I actually know a really good one, but I don't think you need him.
I don't think
you got your head on your shoulders.
I try.
That's life therapy right there. I don't know. It's somehow you managed to get like a really clear view on all of this, but so many guys I've talked to them come back traumatized.
Well, I call it the last chapter. They're stuck in the last chapter. You know what I mean? Like, they can't get out of that chapter. But what really happens is, like, the story's not over. You know what I mean? I mean, I was under the age of 40 doing all that stuff. Well, I got a lot more years. Like, so your life never gets better. You're never going to enjoy anything again. Like, get out of that chapter, right? And write a new chapter.
Is it in part, like the adrenaline rush that you miss? Like, it's tough to recreate that in civilian life.
Yeah. It's more than the adrenaline rush. You know what I mean? It's so much more. I mean, when you're really good at something, it's all you want to do. And when you know guys are really good at something, you could save lives by sending guys that are really, really good at this. You know what I mean? So I think it's just one of those things where it's a calling and it's not really your choice.
This July, there is a global summit of BRICS nations in Rio de Janeiro. The bloc of emerging superpowers, including China, Russia, India, and Iran, are meeting with the goal of displacing the U.S. dollar as the global currency. They're calling this the Rio Reset. As BRICS nations push forward with their plans, some worry global demand for U.S. dollars will decrease, bringing down the value of the dollars in your savings. While this transition, if it happens, would not happen overnight, the Rio Reset could mark a pivotal moment. So learn if diversifying your savings into gold is right for you. Birch Gold Group can help you move your hard-earned savings into a tax-sheltered IRA in precious metals. Claim your free info kit on gold by texting MK to the number 989898. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, let Birch Gold arm you with a free, no-obligation info kit on owning gold before July and the Rio Reset. Text MK to the number 989898 today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.